Hey y'all, it's your girl Boss Lady Real, and I am back with yet another YouTube video. Now, as you can see today, we are coloring some bundles and we are making it into a wig, but I'm also going to give you guys a pretty good story time also because I want you to be entertained. Because let's be completely honest, sometimes these wig making videos or hair videos, they're honestly very boring to me. Like the audio is mad boring. So I want to kind of spice it up a little bit and give you guys, something other than what you're really used to. So before we really get into the story, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you are not, and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified each and every single time I post a YouTube video going forward. So let's jump in. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm telling you guys about the time that I got arrested. Now you're probably wondering, what did this girl get arrested for? Like, did she fight somebody? Did she, put some holes in somebody's tires? Did she key a car? Like, did she stab somebody? What did she do? What did she do? Well, we're about to get into that. So, it was the year 2011. I was about to turn 15, if I'm correct. Yes, I was about to turn 15. And I was in history class, so this was like third period. And there was a group of us black kids that used to sit in the corner of the class. It was like 4 or 5 of us in total. So 3 girls, 2 boys. So one of the dudes, his name is Jay. He had an iPod Touch. And if you were a teenager around that time, you knew that having an iPod Touch was a big deal because the rest of us had the Nanos and the Shuffles and all that stuff. But the iPod Touch was really like groundbreaking, because after that I think at the time iPhones had already come out. So iPhones were still kind of like fresh, and then iPod Touches were like even fresher. So anyways, he had this iPod Touch, and at the time we used to play, what's that one game that everybody used to play, Angry Birds and stuff like that. So he used to let me use his iPod, and I would just like play games on it and stuff like that. We never really paid attention in that class, now that I think about it. I don't think we ever paid attention. I don't know how we passed that class, but we did. So on this particular day, I was sitting and I was playing on the iPod Touch. Now, for whatever reason, Jay and P, who was the other dude, they started slap boxing. Like, how we're slap boxing in the middle of class, I will never understand, but that's what was happening. They were like slap boxing, play fighting or whatever. So I decided to take the iPod, and I was already playing on it, So one of the girls, her name is Z, she was sitting next to me, and we were like, oh, like let's play hide it, so that when they're done slap boxing, Jay will be looking for his iPod, whatever, and we're gonna be like, oh, we don't know where it went, but like we're gonna give it back. It's not uncommon for me to always return back the iPod after I'm done playing with it. So not too far or not too deep into the class, the other girl that used to be with us, her name is N. She walked into class and she had sat in the chair that we had put the iPod in. So it was now getting ready to be the end of class, and I now said to Z, like, hey, where's Jay's iPod? And she was like, I don't know. And we're both looking like, oh, we put it in the chair in between us, and the only other person that had been in that chair was N. So I look at her and I'm like, hey, have you seen Jay's iPod? She's like, no, like I haven't seen it. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. So Jay's like, where's my iPod? And we're sitting here like, we don't know. So it was time for us to leave class. So we went ahead and we left class, but I was still like, yo, where's this boy's iPod? Like, it was literally sitting right there. So it now gets to, I think, 6th or 7th period. I don't even remember how many periods we had at this point, because this was like my freshman year. So it now gets to 6th or 7th period, and I get called down to the police officer's office. And apparently Jay had filed a saying that like his iPod was stolen. And I had already said, like, I have no idea where this boy's iPod is. So the other two girls got called down as well. So Z and N also got called down to the office, and Z, I already knew she didn't have it. She's very like innocent. Like out of all of us, she was really innocent, kind of kept to herself. But I kind of was like, I really think that N has it. So she kept saying, oh, she don't have it. Now, because we're minors, we couldn't have our backpacks checked. However, she did say that the iPod was in the trash can. And I was like, why would you put the iPod in the trash can? So we go back to our third period class and like she's looking in the trash can and there's no iPod there. So I'm just like, where would this girl put this iPod? So now because of this whole situation, now Jay's looking at me like I really stole his iPod and stuff like this. And mind you, this is the day before my birthday. So I'm just like, yo, what the heck? So anyways, I'm kind of like in tears, upset because I don't want to get into any type of trouble off of like a very innocent joke. And now the person that I really believe has this iPod is sitting here lying and they're like, you're going to get us all in trouble. That aside, me and Z and Jay, all of our stories were the same. She's the only person that had an inconsistent story. So the next day is my birthday and I walk into school and I just get this really cold shoulder from a lot of people that are aware of this situation of this iPod. And it was just like really, really awkward because I was like, I didn't steal it. Like, why would I steal it? You know, that's very weird. And I didn't grow up in an environment where we steal stuff. So, my birthday comes and I just, you know, go about my day. You know, everyone's like, oh, happy birthday, Laurel, all that stuff. Cool. Now, when I got home the night before, I had told my mom the situation about this iPod because sincerely, I didn't know what direction it was going to go in. So the next week or two is nice and chill. So I'm sitting in third period. One of those days, I don't even remember exactly what day it was, but I'm sitting in third period and I get called down to the police officer's office once again. Now, this time I'm thinking, oh, like the iPod was found. Now, your girl was handcuffed. I got called down there, Z got called down there, N got called down there, and me and Z both got handcuffed at the same time. And the police is literally calling my mom at work to tell her that, like, I am being arrested and being taken to juvie. Now, I literally got walked out in front of the whole school. Everybody saw me walking out of the school in handcuffs, probably the most embarrassing situation of my life. So I got taken to juvie and I was there for all of 4 hours, but baby, it was the most disgusting experience ever. Like, they of course had me in an orange jumpsuit, and orange is really not my color. And then after that, they had us in cells. Like, I had my own cell and I was miserable. I was sad. And I remember sitting there like, damn, I wonder if my friends are on Facebook posting free Laurel. Like, I was like, who got me? Who's out here making sure that I'm good? Because every time somebody would go to juvie, everybody would always be like, oh, free my nigga, free my nigga. Like, I was wondering, are y'all doing that for me too? Anyways, so after a few hours, I ended up getting picked up by my mom and my godmom, and after that I was on probation for 6 months, so up until like the summer. But baby, that was literally the most insane experience of my life. I would never wish that on anybody. They did end up finding out that N was the one that she stole the iPod, but the iPod was never found. But she ended up getting in trouble down the line again for stealing somebody else's stuff. But yeah, ever since then I've just been very weary of friends. Because look, you can be around the wrong type of people and get into strange situations. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of my story. And as you guys can see, this is how the wig came out in the very end. Like, baby, this wig ate. I ate. Serving face, serving looks, giving body yaddy yaddy. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel and watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.